the cigar industry. Like, you know, most cities have, you know, Detroit has cars, most cities have some industry. Ybor and Tampa have cigars as their
Cuban or close to Cuba or something like that. So these are a lot of Cuban people that came over here.
Yeah. Vicente Ybor was a Spanish gentleman who set up a cigar industry in Cuba, and then traveled from Cuba and set up an industry in Key West. And then, you know, this is all in the late 1800s. And at that point in time, things in Cuba, as I'm sure you know, were in a state of turmoil. The American independence had run its course, and Cuba was sort of doing the same kind of thing, whereas the Americans were working to gain independence from those evil British people.
Yeah,
New Zealand.
We know about those evil British
New Zealand.
Catherine, let me tell you a secret. Do you know where I was born?
New Zealand.
See, every now and then I like to share some of the truth with Catherine.
Like how it took him 17 years to go clear.
Yeah.
17 years, dude.
Yes, I was a tough case. But, Catherine...
I was thinking incompetent, but that works too.
Catherine, let me help your intelligence gathering information, right? I was born in England.
New Zealand.
Okay, fine.
A town called England in New Zealand.
No, I was born in...
You're not going to win this one.
No, that's fine. Anyway, anybody who knows accents, my accent is...
New Zealand.
Vaguely...
New Zealand.
Because, I mean, just...
You pick it up.
It doesn't matter to me, but I spent several years in... Oh, thank you, Laura. Anyway, I spent several years in New Zealand, but I was born in England and grew up...
New Zealand!
Grew up actually in Australia.
Okay.
Well, they have sheep too, that's okay.
Traveled to New Zealand, I think, when I was about 19. We spent a couple of years in New Zealand. Anyway, that's history.
Where he met all these sheep.
Yes, I have a very strong feeling for sheep. But anyway, the point is that grew out of the English War of Independence, in which we gained independence from the United States. But Cuba later on was having a similar battle for independence from the Spanish monarchy, and a lot of that independence movement was born and generated here in Ybor. And Vicente Ybor was a Spanish gentleman who lived in Cuba, had a cigar industry in Cuba, and then traveled to Key West and set up an industry in Key West. And Key West had many advantages, but many disadvantages, so at some point he was looking for an alternative place to do
Hey, our other handlers are here.
To do his cigar industry. And Tampa was actually not his favorite alternative, but then there were several things happening at that point in time which made it attractive, such as Plant's Railroad. I don't know if you know Morton Plant Hospital, Catherine? Do you know Morton Plant Hospital?